This conference will now be recorded.
Hello students. So we are preparing for NEET 2024 and we are in the second chapter. This is biological classification and fifth part. So we know that in this chapter we are learning about mainly about five kingdom classification. So here in NEET syllabus, five kingdom classification, that is very important. So main topic is five kingdom classification and the features of this five kingdom classification. And in this chapter, in the biological classification chapter, you are learning about kingdom Monera, Protista and fungi. What about the remaining two kingdoms, plant kingdom and animal kingdom? We have that in separate chapter. As a separate chapter, both kingdoms you need to learn. So there we'll get more number of questions about that. And apart from that, you have to learn about lichens, virus, and viroids. So this is the syllabus. So while learning, while going for this kind of quick reviews or just revising the main points, then going for the MCQs, right? So biological classification, we know that we have learned about what is biological classification and what is five kingdom classification, who proposed five kingdom classification, and which are the five kingdom classifications in that: Monera, Protista, kingdom Plantae, fungi and animalia. Then we learned about kingdom Monera, the salient features and the examples. So every time whenever you are learning kingdom Protista, in kingdom Protista the features of kingdom Protista, then the examples and any exception main points are there. Apart from that, while discussing, we have discussed almost all important points. And next about kingdom fungi you have to learn. And in kingdom fungi, the common example which you can see, that is mushrooms, right? And about kingdom Plantae, in that also different types are there. It's a very vast kingdom, right? And kingdom Animalia also, there also you can see many types of organisms, and the advanced one like human being also you can see, right? Then we learned about viruses. And here you'll get some questions like the viruses which are causing serious diseases and different types of viruses you can learn. Here, viroids, structure of viroids, about that you may get question. Then about lichens. What are lichens? And what mode of life they are leading, that also you can learn. Okay, so now we have covered almost all the topics of this chapter, right? So now we are moving to previous year questions. So almost nearly 35 years NEET questions have collected. So you can try all this. So we are going to start now. First question, here you can see five kingdom classification. About five kingdom classification, the first question is, see, five kingdom system of classification suggested by R.H. Whittaker, that is based on. So here you should know five kingdom classification. Here we can learn many points. Five kingdom classification system, that is suggested by whom? R.H. Whittaker. Right. So who suggested five kingdom classification? R.H. Whittaker. And that is not based on, here four options they have given: presence or absence of a well defined nucleus, mode of reproduction, mode of nutrition, and complexity of body organizations. So here you can see Whitaker suggested this five kingdom classification, and that is not based on the presence or absence of a well defined nucleus, right? What he considered, so the first option we can easily say that that is not the right option, right? It is not at all based on the presence or absence of a well defined nucleus. He considered the complexity of cell structure. Complexity, it is based on the complexity of cell structure, then structural body, complexity of cell structure or the structural body, then uh, means structural body organization, isn't it? Structural body organization, then mode of nutrition, mode of nutrition, that is another point, mode of nutrition, and the phylogenetic relationship of that organism. Okay, based on the phylogenetic relationship. So five kingdom classification, who suggested five kingdom classification? R.H. Whittaker, and that is not based on the presence or absence of a well defined nucleus. Okay, so he considered the complexity of cell structure and the structural organization of body, then mode of nutrition, and the phylogenetic relationship for the five kingdom system of classification. So based on all these features, he made that five kingdom classification. Okay, so while learning about one question, here we are discussing one question, that time itself you are getting all the points, right? Next we are moving to, so here which is the right answer? Answer, the question is five kingdom system of classification suggested by R.H. Whittaker is not based, don't get confused, not based on, here it is based on the mode of reproduction, mode of nutrition, complexity of body organization, but it is not based on the presence or absence of a well defined nucleus. So this is the answer, it is not based, it is not based on the presence or absence of a well defined nucleus. So answer is A. Okay, second question is, in five kingdom system, the main basis of classification, which is the main basis of classification? So here the same question you are getting. So five kingdom classification, main basis of classification, what and all options they are giving? Structure of nucleus, B mode of nutrition, C structure of cell wall, and D asexual reproduction. This is on the basis of what? Five kingdom system is based on the following criteria. Which are the following criteria? Sorry, five kingdom system, that is based on the complexity of cell structure. Just now we said what are all the characters? Complexity of cell structure, right? Then complexity of body organization and mode of nutrition. Complexity of body organization, then mode of nutrition. So in this, which one we can see? Mode of nutrition. So answer is B. Here answer is B. So five kingdom classification is the main basis of, it's based on the basis of mode of nutrition. That is also one feature for that classification. Third question, here you can see the third one. Which is the third question? Third question. A system of classification in which number of traits are considered. Among this, here options are artificial system of classification, option B, synthetic system of classification, option C, natural system of classification, and D, phylogenetic system of classification. Among these four systems of classification, which system of classification is considering the number of traits? Okay. So we have learned about natural system of classification, artificial system of classification, synthetic system of classification, and phylogenetic system of classification. Phylogenetic system of classification is based on what? It is based on the phylogenetic relationship, right? So here, the system of classification in which number of traits are considered. See, a system which is based upon large number of natural characters. System based on what? Based on large number of natural characters. Natural characters, or we can say natural traits. That is natural system of classification. Which one is that? Natural system of classification. Natural system of classification. And that is based upon morphological and anatomical characters. Okay. And the affinities also. Affinities which is considered in the light of phylogeny. So here we can see it is based on large number of natural characters, more number of natural characters, which is that natural system of classification. So here the answer is C, natural system of classification. This is the answer. Okay, and question number 4. Here fourth question. Question number 4. Which is the fourth question? Phylogenetic classification. Phylogenetic classification is based on four options here they have given: utilitarian system, then habits, overall similarities, common evolutionary descent. So here we should know what is phylogenetic system of classification and which features they are considering in phylogenetic system of classification. So phylogenetic system of classification, in that organisms Phylogenetic system of classification. In phylogenetic system of classification, organisms are classified on the basis of what? Evolutionary sequence. This is based on evolutionary sequence. It's based on the evolutionary sequence and the genetic relationship among the organism. How the organisms got evolved and what is the genetic relation between organisms. Genetic relationship among the organisms. So phylogenetic system of classification is based on the evolutionary sequence and the genetic relationship among the organism. So here in the fourth question, phylogenetic classification is based on option here, whatever they have given, common evolutionary descent. The answer D. This is the right answer. It's not based on overall similarities or based on habitats or the other system. It's mainly based on the common evolutionary history and the genetic relationship. So which answer is correct? Option D. Next question is about artificial system of classification. So artificial system of classification was first proposed by or first used by, because options are Linnaeus, option B D. Candle, then option C is Pliny the Elder, then fourth one option D Bentham and Hooker. So artificial system of classification, while explaining about that, I told very clearly it was first proposed by Carl Linnaeus. Okay, so who proposed? Carl Linnaeus. So option A, that is the right answer. And in artificial system of classification, it is the one system of classification in which the morphological features are considered. Which one? Artificial system of classification. In that morphological, it is a one and only system. Artificial system of classification. In this, morphological features are taken into the account, or that morphological features are considered in which one? Artificial system of classification, which is proposed by Carl Linnaeus. Clear? Then here sixth question. Classification given by Bentham and Hooker is option A artificial system of classification, option B natural system of classification, option C phylogenetic system of classification, option D numerical system of classification. So here the natural system of classification was given by whom? See, the natural system of classification that was given by Bentham and Hooker. So option B is the correct option. In question number 6, B is the right answer. Natural system of classification. That is given by Bentham and Hooker. Bentham and Hooker gave which one? Natural system of classification. And in this natural system of classification, all the important characters of organisms, which is providing informations regarding their natural relationship, all these characters are considered, or those characters are taken into consideration, and that helps in bringing out maximum number of similarities in a group of organisms and the comparable differences with the other group of organisms. So natural system of classification, who brought that? It is given by Bentham and Hooker. And in the natural system of classification, what and all points are there? all the informations, maximum informations, which is including the natural relationship, all those characters are considered, right? So that is helping to bring the maximum number of similarities, or that is helping to study the number of similarities, maximum similarities among one group of organism and the differences from the other group of organisms. That is helping to study the similarities in between a group of organisms and the differences between the other group, differences between the one group and the other group. Okay, so that's how natural system of classification is done, and that is by Bentham and Hooker. Okay, so these are the main questions which you can get from the introductory part. Okay, next we are moving to each kingdom. So questions from each kingdom. Here you can see one question is, see, sometimes they will give some statements like which is the incorrect statement. Here you can see this question that is repeated many times. So this kind of questions also, don't get confused, read the question properly. That is, which of the following is incorrect about cyanobacteria? 8 question. Here question number 8, you can see which of the statement is incorrect about cyanobacteria. That's a question. Okay, and what are all statements they have given? They are photoautotrophs. They lack heterocyst. They often form blooms in polluted water bodies, and they have chlorophyll A similar to green plants. These features they have mentioned in the question. They have mentioned cyanobacteria. So we should know the features of the cyanobacteria. So here we know cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria means question number 8. Cyanobacteria, we know what is that? Cyanobacteria or blue-green algae, right? Cyanobacteria, or we can call them as blue-green algae, right? Cyanobacteria or blue-green algae, they are the photosynthetic organisms, right? Photosynthetic organisms. They can do photosynthesis, and they are performing oxygenic photosynthesis, isn't it? Right? And they have, the cyanobacteria have the ability of nitrogen fixation, right? Cyanobacteria, they can fix nitrogen fixation. So we should know the general features about cyanobacteria and how they are fixing the nitrogen due to the presence of large pale cells which are called as heterocysts. They have the heterocyst. So with the help of this heterocyst, they are doing the nitrogen fixation, and these heterocysts is present in their filaments. So due to the presence of thick walls, these heterocysts are impermeable to oxygen. Heterocysts are impermeable to oxygen. So these are the main points about cyanobacteria which we need to learn. So here you are getting options. Which are the options? They are photoautotrophs. So that statement is correct, right? They are doing photosynthesis and they are doing their own synthesis of food. So they are doing photosynthesis. So they are photoautotrophs. And second option, they lack heterocyst. So here we need to find out the incorrect statement about which one? Cyanobacteria. They lack heterocyst. Is it? No, they have heterocyst. Heterocyst is present, and with the help of that heterocyst, they are doing the nitrogen fixation. right? So that is the incorrect statement among these. They lack heterocyst is the wrong answer. That is the answer which we need to select from this. That is a wrong statement. They have heterocyst, right? So cyanobacteria or blue-green algae, they they are doing photosynthesis, and they are doing oxygenic photosynthesis, and they are doing nitrogen fixation, and with the help of the presence of heterocyst in their filament, they are doing this nitrogen fixation. And this heterocyst, that is impermeable to oxygen, right? So here cyanobacteria, they often form blooms in polluted water bodies. They have chlorophyll A similar to green plants. They are doing photosynthesis. So all these statements are correct except the second one, option B. They lack heterocyst. That is not the right statement about cyanobacteria. From there itself you can fix it. They are having heterocyst. Okay. So here the right answer is B. That is the incorrect statement about which one? About cyanobacteria. And next, the question number 9. Here you can see the ninth question. Match the organisms in column 1 with habitats in column 2. So here in column 1 they have given halophiles, thermoacidophiles, methanogens, cyanobacteria. And first you need to match this. So halophiles where they will live? They live in the salty areas, right? They live in the salty areas. Which one? Halophiles. We have learned about halophiles, thermoacidophiles, methanogens, and cyanobacteria. So halophiles live in the salty area. Thermoacidophiles, they are present in the hot springs, right? So thermoacidophiles live in the hot spring condition. Then methanogens, where methanogens are present? Methanogens are present in the gut of several ruminants. In the gut of several ruminants, we should know the presence, where it will be present, in which condition it will be present. And here cyanobacteria can be present in the freshwater, marine or terrestrial habitat. So here cyanobacteria that can be present in the aquatic environment also, right? So here select the correct answer from the options given below. So here A is matching with 4, right? For A, 4, and B, thermoacidophile hot spring. So A, 4, B, 1, and C, methanogens in the gut. So C, 3, and D, 2. These are the correct matching statements, right? So here the right option is B. B is the right option. So this kind of questions will take little more time. First you need to match that, and from there you need to find out the right answer from this group. Clear? Then 10th question. Next question is oxygen is not produced during photosynthesis by. Among this, the options are cycles, nostoc, green sulfur bacteria, then Shara. So in these, you should know oxygen is not producing during photosynthesis. By which one? So green sulfur bacteria, they have given the direct option. So green sulfur bacteria, they are anaerobic bacteria, right? Green sulfur bacteria. They are anaerobic bacteria. Anaerobic bacteria, and they do not form oxygen during photosynthesis. Anaerobic bacteria, that's why it is not forming oxygen during photosynthesis. So such type of photosynthesis is called as anoxygenic photosynthesis, right, where oxygen is not produced. That type of photosynthesis is called as anoxygenic photosynthesis, and they do not use water as a source for the reducing power. So instead of that, what they will use, they'll use hydrogen, that is obtained from hydrogen sulfide. So here green sulfur bacteria, that is the right answer. So here green sulfur bacteria, examples for green sulfur bacteria, that also we have learned: chlorobium, right? And here the other option, cycas, that is a gymnosperm, right? And nostoc, that is a blue green algae, and chara, that is a green algae. And among this, all of these are producing oxygen during photosynthesis. Cycas is producing, nostoc is producing, chara, all these are doing photosynthesis, and they're producing oxygen during that photosynthesis. So here the right answer is option C, green sulfur bacteria. And this green sulfur bacteria, they do not form oxygen during photosynthesis. So this type of photosynthesis is called as anoxygenic photosynthesis, and they are not using water as a source of reducing power. So instead of that, what they will use, they are using hydrogen, which is obtained from hydrogen sulfide. Clear? Question number 11. Next question. Next question, 11th question is, select the wrong statement. So all these questions are from Kingdom Monera. Okay, so from Kingdom Monera, you will get several questions. Okay, so each topic, each question. So from introductory part, we have discussed. From the introduction of that chapter itself, you have got many questions, but that will be almost direct questions, like which character is belonging to which kind of classification, or who proposed that classification, which character he considered, something like that. But here Kingdom Monera, you should have a clear idea about the features of Kingdom Monera, and you will get match like questions which is to match column 1 and 2, and the character of a particular type of organism, that also you will get. So here the next question, you can see, select the wrong statement. So first you should read all the statements, and you should know about all the kingdoms, and to find out the wrong statement about a particular kingdom. See here, you can see, select the wrong statement. And first option is, cell wall is present in members of fungi and plantae. In plantae, plant cells, they have cell wall, right? Then but if you're confused about the fungi, what you will do? So you should have clear idea about the characteristic features of each kingdom. So here we can see the wrong statement. First you need to find out. Second option, here they have given mushroom belonging to basidiomycetes. Third option is mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell in all kingdom except Monera. Option D, pseudopodia are locomotory and feeding structures in sporozoans. Okay, here cell wall is present in fungi and plantae, right? Then mushrooms, they are belonging to basidiomycetes. Then mitochondria, that is the powerhouse of the cell. And in kingdom Monera, you know, the cell organelles are not there. And here the wrong answer, which is the wrong statement. Pseudopodia are the locomotory and feeding structures in sporozoans. So you should know what are sporozoans. See, sporozoans, first of all, they don't have any locomotory structures. Sporozoans doesn't have any locomotory structures. And that the statement we can correct as pseudopodia, they are finger-like projections and they are the locomotory structures in sarcodines or amoeboids. And sporozoans doesn't have any locomotory structure. So which is the wrong answer? Wrong statement among this? Pseudopodia are the locomotory and feeding structures in sporozoans. Why we are saying it is wrong statements? Sporozoans, they doesn't have any locomotory structures. Right. So no need to tell about their locomotory structure. They doesn't have any locomotory structures. That's how we need to give the statement. Then they have given pseudopodia are the locomotory and feeding structures. What are pseudopodia? Pseudopodia are the finger-like projections and the locomotory structures which is present in sarcodines or amoeboids. Okay. Clear? So here the answer is, which is the wrong statement among this? Option D. Pseudopodia are locomotory and feeding structures in sporozoans. That's the wrong statement because in sporozoans they doesn't have any locomotory organs. Clear? So 11 questions over, and next question number 12. Which is question number 12? Which of the following are found in extreme saline conditions? Extreme saline conditions. Question number 12. See here, options are archaebacteria, cyanobacteria, eubacteria, mycobacteria. Here the answer is A. Why? Because archaebacteria, they are otherwise called as ancient bacteria. Right? Archaebacteria are called as ancient bacteria, that other name of archaebacteria is ancient bacteria, and that is the most primitive form of bacteria, right? Very ancient form of bacteria. Which one? Archaebacteria. And this is having the capacity to live in diverse conditions like saline condition, then different pH condition, and this saline bacteria, they are called as halophiles. Okay, halophiles, for example, we can say halobacterium halococcus. Halobacterium halococcus is an example for halophiles. Halophiles means they can live in extreme saline conditions. Okay. So this ability or this capacity of this archaebacteria to survive in such extreme conditions, that is due to the presence of uh, a type or a branch type of lipid chain which is present in their membrane, and that reduces that lipid chain, that reduces the fluidity of their membrane. That's why they are able to survive in the extreme conditions. So which one? Archaebacteria or ancient bacteria, which is the most primitive form of bacteria, that is called as archaebacteria or ancient bacteria, and they can survive in extreme conditions like hot conditions, saline condition, and or extreme pH. So all these conditions they can survive. So the saline bacteria are called as halophiles. Okay, and there is an example for that: halophile, halobacterium, halococcus. That is halophile. It's easy to remember. Halobacterium, halococcus. It's a halophile, and that is a bacteria which can live in extreme saline conditions. So here the right option is archaebacteria. Okay. Next, question number 13. Question number 13 is, which among the following are the smallest living cells known without a definite cell wall, pathogenic to plants as well as animals and can survive without oxygen. So we have learned about mycoplasma, right? Mycoplasma we have learned, and here nostoc, pseudomonas, bacillus, all these also we have learned. So among this, mycoplasma, that is a triple layered smallest living cell. Okay, smallest living cell. Which one? Mycoplasma. Mycoplasma is the smallest living cell, right? It's the smallest living cell, and that is having the triple layered condition. It's having triple layers. Triple layers, and that doesn't have a definite cell wall. It's having three layers, but there is no definite cell wall. There is no proper cell wall for that. And this is, while learning about mycoplasma, we have learned it is anaerobic organism. Anaerobic organism, and they are causing diseases in plants as well as animals. So in plants they are causing little leaf of brinjal, that is one example of plant disease which is caused by mycoplasma. And in animals, pleuropneumonia or pleuromorphic pneumonia in animals it is causing, right? So these are the points which you need to learn about mycoplasma. It's having triple layer, smallest living cell, and there is no definite cell wall. They're anaerobic, and they're causing plant and animal diseases, right? And next question, question number 14. So these are all almost direct questions. Question number 14. The primitive prokaryotes responsible for the production of biogas from the dung of ruminant animals include the option A, thermoacidophiles, methanogens, eubacteria, halophiles. See, here the primitive prokaryotes. From there itself, you can see methanogens. They are the group of primitive bacteria, which is anaerobic and very ancient and primitive bacteria. And these methanogens are involved in the methanogenesis. Methanogenesis means production of methane gas in the ruminant of cattle, right? So methanogens, option B. Option B is the right answer. Methanogens means they are the group of bacteria, or they are the group of obligate anaerobic bacteria. They are the very ancient bacteria. They are the primitive bacteria. They are obligate anaerobes, and they are present in the methanogenesis. Right, they are involved in the methanogenesis, and they produce this methane gas. Methanogenesis means production of methane gas, and that is where in the ruminant of cattle. Okay, so which is the right option? Option B, methanogens. Next question, question number 15. Which one of the following statement is wrong? See, like this, which is the first we will read all this and we'll think like which is the right option. So don't go for such things. Read the question neatly, then decide the answer and read it carefully first. So which of the following statement is wrong? That is a question, wrong statement. See this question that is repeated, and first option is golden algae are also called as desmids. Second option is eubacteria are also called as false bacteria. Option C is phycomycetes are also called as algal fungi. Option D, cyanobacteria are also called as blue-green algae. So cyanobacteria, they are also called as blue-green algae. That is a right statement, right? That we know. Just now we discussed cyanobacteria are also called as blue-green algae. That is a right statement, right? And here the statement, you can see option B, statement B, that is incorrect, right? Eubacteria are also called as false bacteria. Eubacteria are also called as true bacteria, and they are exhibiting all the true characteristic features of group of eubacteria. Eubacteria are also called as true bacteria. Okay, they are not the false bacteria, they are the true bacteria. So that is the wrong statement in this. Rest and all right statements only. Okay, so incorrect statement is option B. Eubacteria are also called as false bacteria. So how we can correct that statement? Eubacteria are also called as true bacteria, which is exhibiting all the correct features or all the true characteristic features of group Eubacteria. Clear? Next question, question number 16. Methanogens. Methanogens belongs to, here options are there: eubacteria, dinoflagellates, archaebacteria, slim mold. So here four options are there. So you should know methanogens, what is methanogens, and you should know about all these four options. So methanogens, we know methanogens are belonging to archaebacteria. So option B is the correct one. Methanogens are belonging to archaebacteria, and that contains three major classes of primitive bacteria: methanogens, halophilic, and thermoacidophilic bacteria. Right? Methanogens are belonging to archaebacteria. Archaebacteria are also called as ancient bacteria, and here this archaebacteria that contains three major classes. Three main classes it is having, right? Archaebacteria contain three main classes. Three main classes of primitive bacteria. Which are the three main classes of that primitive bacterial groups? Methanogens, then second group is halophilic bacteria, halophiles, C, thermoacidophiles. Thermoacidophiles. Okay, these are the three main classes of bacteria coming under archaebacteria. Okay, which one? Methanogens, halophiles, and thermoacidophiles. So we have learned about archaebacteria and eubacteria, right? Under Monir, archaebacteria and eubacteria, and in archaebacteria, methanogens, halophiles, and thermoacidophiles we have learned. So here, question: methanogens are belonging to archaebacteria. Option B is the right answer. So these questions are repeating always. These are repeating questions. Next here, question number 17. True nucleus is absent. In which one? In which one true nucleus is absent? Mucor, volvox, Vaucheria, Anabina. See, in this option D, Anabina, you know Anabina is, that is a genus of filamentous cyanobacteria, which is existing as plankton, and that is belonging to kingdom bacteria. Anabina is a filamentous cyanobacteria. right? Cyanobacteria. Anabina is a filamentous cyanobacteria, and that is belonging to which kingdom? Kingdom of, which is belonging to the kingdoms of bacteria, right? And bacteria, they are prokaryotic, right? And they don't have a true nucleus. So here true nucleus is absent in Anabina. And question number 18, Archaebacteria differ from Eubacteria in which one? Options are cell membrane structure, mode of nutrition, cell shape, mode of reproduction. So what is the difference between Archaebacteria and Eubacteria? Kingdom Monera, that is divided into Archaebacteria and Eubacteria, right? So what is the difference between this Archaebacteria and Eubacteria? See, Archaebacteria differ from Eubacteria in one fact, which is that eubacteria is having cell membrane which is composed mainly by glycerol ester lipids, but archaebacteria have membrane which is made up of glycerol ether lipid. So here option cell membrane structure, based on the cell membrane structure. So we should know archaebacteria cell membrane that is made up of glycerol ether lipid in archaebacteria. So based on the cell membrane difference, cell membrane structure, that differences, they are divided, they are separated. So archaebacteria and eubacteria both are different, and eubacteria have cell membrane which is composed of glycerol ester lipid, but archaebacteria have cell membrane which is made up of glycerol ether lipid. Clear? So the option A, cell membrane structure, based on that archaebacteria differ from eubacteria. Question number 19. Beside paddy fields, cyanobacteria are also found inside vegetative part of dash. Pinus, Cycus, Equisetum and Xylotum. See here option, right option is option B, Cycus. So cyanobacteria within the caraloid roots of Cycus, they are chemoheterotropic and they can live in a symbiotic association. Right, cyanobacteria, they can live in a symbiotic association. So only few species of cyanobacteria that is forming association with Cycus, and here Pinus we know that is a gymnosperm, right? Pinus is a gymnosperm, and equisetum is belonging to vascular plants, right? And to host tail family, which one? That one. Then Xylotum, that is belonging to pteridophyta, and pteridophyta means it's a fern-like plant, right? So here option B, Cycus, that is the right answer. Next, specialized cells for fixing atmospheric nitrogen in nostoc. For the atmospheric nitrogen fixation, specialized cells are there in nostoc. Which is that? So the specialized cells, just few questions back we discussed the specialized cells for fixing atmospheric nitrogen in nostoc. They are heterocyst. So answer B, that is heterocyst. See, heterocyst means we know that they are large cells and they have thick wall. They are specialized cells which is in the which is for the nitrogen fixation, right? So that is present in the filamentous cyanobacteria, and they have the enzyme nitrogenase, and that's why they are able to fix the atmospheric nitrogen to perform the biological nitrogen fixation. This enzyme is helping and this heterocyst is helping. So that is mainly for nitrogen fixation, heterocyst, that is present in nostoc, and that is helping in the nitrogen fixation. Clear? And next question number 21. How many organisms in the list given below are autotrophs? See here they have given list of organisms. Lactobacillus, nostoc, cara, then nitrosomonas, nitrobacter, streptomyces, saccharomyces, trypanosoma, porphyra, wolffia. Among this, how many are autotrophs or they can synthesize their own food? Question number 21. See, autotrophs means they are the organisms which are able to make energy. What are autotrophs? We should know what is autotroph means. Autotrophs means the organisms which can make energy containing organic molecule. From where? From the inorganic raw material. By using inorganic raw material and by using sunlight, in the presence of sunlight, they will be able to make energy containing organic molecules. Such organisms are called as autotrophs, right? So here, nostoc, then Cara, then Porphyra, Wolffia, all these are photoautotrophs. But nitrosomonas, where it is nitrosomonas and nitrobacter, all these are chemoautotrophs. So option C, 6. These organisms are autotrophs. They are producing their own food. Okay, they are able to make energy containing organic molecule from inorganic raw materials. Okay, by using the basic sunlight. So here 6 organisms are there which are able to or which are the autotrophs. Next question number, pigment containing membranous extension in some cyanobacteria. They are chromatophores, pigment containing membranous extensions in some cyanobacteria. Heterocyst we know that is helping for nitrogen fixation, right? So here cyanobacteria, they contain chlorophyll, but this chlorophyll is not present in chloroplast. Instead of that, it is found in chromatophores, which is infoldings of the plasma membrane, and where photosynthesis is taking place, there in that infoldings of plasma membrane, there the option chromatophore we need to mark. So pigment containing membranous extension in some cyanobacteria. In some cyanobacteria, the pigment which is present in the membranous extension, that is chromatophores. Okay, so here from kingdom Monera, your still more questions are there, which we will discuss in the next class. So these 22 questions, that's why I'm saying while learning about one kingdom, in all the details you need to learn about each and every kingdom so that you can answer all these questions, examples, and what are their special points. So everything you need to learn. See, you will get almost all direct questions from this chapter. Okay, so in this part we have answered 22 questions, and in the next class we'll be going for the next questions also. Thank you.